we are done with the pre-releases, we are done with the title track, and now we're getting into some B-sides. Today,
who loves the flow of this? Sure. The emotion, the power, then it just explodes. Okay.
What's up, guys? Welcome back. My name is Shun, and today we're going to be reacting to ARTMS's URL, Sparkle, and the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Three very interesting titles. URL being, I believe, the intro to the whole album, which is kind of interesting. URL kind of being what you type into a web browser to go to a website. So I do wonder if that's the intent of it being the intro, kind of as in, okay, the intro is what we're typing in and then we get the album. I don't know. There even seems to be a lyric video, so there might be like lyrics within the intro. I have no idea. We'll have to find out. Then we have Sparkle, and then we have the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which I kind of thought maybe might be a reference to, well, it's definitely a reference to, what is it, like is it a book or something? The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, I believe it is. But I thought it might also be a tiny tad bit of a reference to the fact that Chu has a song called Hitchhiker. That might be a very big stretch, but you know, we always try and make these dots and connections. But either way, I'm excited to check this stuff out. Let's go right into the intro URL.
Domain you has always been my greatest interest.
Okay.
The way I shine through your lens, the answers that lie behind your eyes.
Intro's a little groovy.
Closer to you, will not peer at your senses. Wait for me.
We do have some kind of narration. It's not singing, obviously. Another narration for the intro.
Wait for me.
Might only be Kimlip. If it even is Kimlip, but gotta be honest, don't. Whoa. Wow! Oh, I'm digging that. Just a very sudden ending there at the end. Okay, that was ARTMS's URL. So not really lyrics in the typical sense, as in it's a song with lyrics. It's more so a narration of some sort, which it seems like the lyric video says is Kimlip. I'm not sure if it is Kimlip because it don't sound a lot like her, but it might just be because she's like very low in volume. Let me see if anyone. Okay, no one's like refuting it in the comments, so it might very well be Kimlip. Interesting instrumental. It's very groovy. It's a little bit retro, and at the end it actually turns up for that retroness. We get into some disco vibes kind of thing, some 70s, 60s, 80s kind of vibes. Well, I just put 3 different decades, but it really feels like a combination of all in a sense, and I'm excited to see if that plays over into any of the other music. Virtual Angel, not really having that kind of vibe within it, but we kind of got it in Candy Crush, so I do wonder. I'm excited for the next thing. Let's get right into Sparkle.
Emotion. You're making my emotion.
Alright. It gets a little bit of a bit more quickly paced flower rhythm. Okay, give me a build. It's nice, like smooth. They really complement each other really well with their vocals. that little vocal play there. Okay. Gorgeous, great there. So hazy. Move the instrumentals and bringing them back slowly. The background vocals, yo. Alright, that was ARTMS' Sparkle. I gotta be honest, for a second I thought Heejin was Yeojin when I first looked at this video. But that was ARTMS' Sparkle, a really cool song. Super soft. It reminds me a little bit of Flower Rhythm, but just with a little bit of a quicker pace, which is super cool. Again, we have these really bright vocals from the members, which is crazy to me that we really have a group that all of them just excel at these really bright, almost hazy like vocals. Almost feels like you're walking through fog. You can't really see. That's the kind of vocal tone that they are going for in the song, which is super cool. And in the end, they actually complement each other incredibly damn well. I've mentioned this in one of my other reactions to it was one of their, it might have been Flower Rhythm actually, that their vocals really complement the kind of the synths that are used in their songs, because of their vocals being that bright, being almost as if they are synths themselves. It really just plays well together. This time around, we don't have as many synths in the song, but we still have this really nice way of complementing each other. The way that they transition between each other is super seamless because of how well they complement each other. I love that. But we've got one more song to check out. Let's get right into The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. We're really keeping a consistent color. Oh, it feels like just a little pickup, despite it being pretty slow so far. Oh, okay. Wow. It's almost like a... Oh. It's almost like a mix of like dubstep and techno and house. Except for this part. It's just the chorus that's like this. Look at this. Wow, this is an experience. Oh, keep lip. not even sure if we'd already reached the bridge, but I think this is the bridge, right? It really feels like there's so much lore-heavy stuff in this whole album still, with all of the mentions of the moon and everything. The background vocals there, damn. Damn, alright. That was ARTMS' The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I gotta be honest, I've not read The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I've only heard of the title before. I believe it's like a science fiction thing, but I've never actually read it, or a thing I say. I think it's like a book or a novel series or something. I think it's a series, right? It's like multiple different books or something along those lines, but incredible song here. A really, really interesting instrumental, a really interesting composition of many, well, I'd say many different instrumentals. It feels like it's a multitude of different songs put into one song, but because there is, it almost feels like all of these songs are put so well together into one song that it feels like there's a storyline going on within the instrumental itself. Even if you take away the vocals and the lyrics and everything, it feels like there's a storyline going on with the evolution of the instrumentals, the way that the instrumentals change, which is super, super cool to me. We are having a really, really good look at what ARTMS' color is going to be, or is, through this album. Like, these songs have been so consistent in their use of right vocals, in their use of synths and everything, and just the way that everything sounds interesting and new. It really, really feels like, okay, this is the color, this is their color that they're displaying now, and I love it. I really like this song. It just, like, the chorus itself, it just gives me so many different vibes. Like, not a complete party vibe, but it still mixes some little dubstep elements into a very synth-heavy kind of techno house kind of song, which is super dope to me. But yeah, guys, that was ARTMS' URL, Sparkle, and The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. What an interesting way to start this album off with. Well, I say start this album off with because, well, we've already listened to 5 of the songs in this album. This is I guess it is a full album because it's 5 plus 6 songs. That's 11 songs in this album, but it's amazing. I really, really love what they've done with this album. There are a lot of loona elements, especially some of the earlier music in loona. Their elements, or musical elements, are within these songs. There's a lot of I'd say odd eye circle too in these songs, and I think that makes a lot of sense. Like, of the 3 subunits, the one I think I would expect most of the same kind of sound to be from is odd eye circle, because of the same, you know, it's moons and the eyes and the planets and everything that they have in their lore, which, I don't know, everything is just super, super cool, and it feels like there's a really good red thread, and I'm excited to see what the last 3 B-sides are going to be bringing. But let me know what you guys thought about ARTMS' URL, Sparkle, and The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy down in the comments below, and I guess I'll see you guys next time.